Hello, friends, and welcome to Shutty Uppy Let's Talk King and Queens podcast. My name is Steve Lott, and we have an exciting show for you today. I'm joined by my co-host, Mr. Dusty Salisbury, famous for his hilarious King of Queens TikTok reenactments with his lovely wife and his son. Dusty, how are you?
What's up, you demented old circus monkeys? I'm doing great. How y'all doing?
You know we're doing awesome over here. So before we introduce our guest, we do have a rating and review of the podcast from Apple Podcast app. This one is from Kaylee B2. This person gave it 5 stars and writes, I just started getting into podcasts recently after finishing up some good shows. And this one makes me laugh, especially the most recent episode with the mother and daughter duo. So thanks a lot, Kaylee B2.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. We got a lot of positive feedback from last episode, so that's really
awesome.
Good. I feel like we're gaining a little momentum, right?
Yes, definitely.
All right, so today we have a very, very special guest for you. She works for a software agricultural company. She owns a dog boarding and daycare business. She's a mother of 2 beautiful children and happily married to a Channing Tatum lookalike. Please welcome Andrea to the show. Andrea, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. I wonder if you can guess who wrote your intro today.
I can make a guess. My grandmother would say, I'll give you 2 guesses, or 3 guesses, and the first 2 don't count.
Yeah, that's an excellent, I love that saying. So Andrea is Dusty's wife. We've seen Andrea in the TikTok reenactments. Mm-hmm. Those are hilarious, by the way, and I'm speaking for a lot of people. I did see the one that was today, which is, today's a Thursday, with your son Dusty and Andrea. Mm-hmm. And that was great. So keep them coming. Keep them coming. That's how I first saw you guys. I remember before we even met that I would see those reenactments and laugh my butt off. So.
Oh yeah, he loves doing those, and they're fun. I enjoy doing them too. They're fun. I was unavailable today because I was working. So.
Oh, okay.
They're fun. Yes. After we finish them, you sit there and nag me because I got to make it perfect. Because I have to do like at least 10 takes.
Yeah, I'm a director, Dustin.
Right.
I'm like, okay, director Dustin. What's my what do you call it? What's my motivation in this scene right here? Like that's our conversation when we're doing these.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Director Dustin. I like that.
I like that. I think
that might be my nighttime name.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
I had to, baby. I'm sorry.
I wonder if they have any TikTok awards. Maybe you could get Best Director award or something.
Right.
There you go.
That'd be funny.
If they don't have TikTok awards, we should definitely start that.
Right.
That would be awesome. All right, Andrea. So you've listened to the show before.
Oh, yeah.
But for maybe someone who's tuning in for the first time, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about an episode. We're going to ask you some trivia. We're going to grill you. Then we'll talk about some quotes and ponderings. And then we're each going to do a rating and review of the show.
Sounds good.
We were talking a little bit before the show. How are you feeling?
A little nervous. I've never done a podcast before, so this is new to me, and I'm hoping that I can answer all of these questions correctly, because if I don't, my husband's going to be embarrassed.
Yeah, don't embarrass me.
Oh, geez. No, you're going to do great. I can feel it. All right. You have any questions before we start?
Mm-mm.
No? All right. So today we're going to talk about Season 4, Episode 1, entitled Walkman. It was written by Michael J. Whitehorn, David Litt, and Rock Rubin. It was directed by Rob Schiller and originally aired on September 24th, 2001. Episode synopsis. In an effort to spend more time with Carrie, Doug hires Holly to walk Arthur. The plan backfires, however, when Carrie starts spending more time on her own endeavors than with Doug. I really like this episode, and can't wait to discuss it. So,
Yeah.
all right, here we go. Trivia. Question number 1. Oh boy, who was calling Doug at the beginning of the episode?
It was Spence and his dog, Alan.
Very good. Excellent. Great job. Great job. Way to break the ice.
Yay.
Yes.
That's absolutely perfect. Doug, they start in a cold open. Doug is coming in from the garage with a hands full of groceries, bags, and a watermelon. Runs in because he hears the phone ringing. Oh, what was he holding?
Yeah.
I thought about it. But when Doug answers the phone, it's somebody breathing, and it turns out to be Spence's dog Alan, which is hilarious. I thought. So question number 2: Doug hands the phone over to Arthur. Who does Arthur think is on the phone?
Lillian?
Lillian, very good.
Yeah.
Very good. All he hears is Alan breathing. The dog Alan breathing on the other end of the phone.
Makes you wonder who Lillian is.
Yeah. I'd love to know who Lillian is and why he thinks a dog breathing sounds like her.
Right.
All right.
Wasn't
so
Lillian the second his second marriage? The one where Thanksgiving, where they had Thanksgiving at Arthur's house. Who was the lady's name in that?
Ooh,
The lady
good
that
question.
played the Brady, was it Lillian?
Florence Henderson?
I swear that was.
I don't remember her name.
Yeah, the one that played. I can't remember her name on that episode. I
That's
swear it
an
was Lillian. I
interesting
swear that.
question.
Very interesting
Yeah.
question, Dusty. You might be onto something. I wonder if they did a call. I wonder if that show, since we do ours out of order, I wonder if that show was before or after this episode.
It was after. I think.
So that show would have been after?
I thought, shit, I don't even know.
Oh, that's funny. Well, either way, he thought it was Lillian, whoever Lillian may be. Maybe it's his ex-wife. All right, so the next morning, Carrie gets up and she's all happy. Why is she so happy and all over Doug?
Because she is ready to start trying to have a baby.
Very good. Very good. So, unfortunately, in the season before this, Carrie had a miscarriage. And, she references that and says, now, it's been 4 months, and now she's ready to have a baby again. So Doug's all about it. He's ready to go. But, of course, Carrie doesn't want to do it in the morning. So she wants to be wined and dined and everything. So they plan that for later. So they get back from dinner and whatnot, and they're about ready to go upstairs when Arthur is all ready to go because he had a 6-hour nap. What board game did Arthur just get? And he's excited to play. El Bacco. That's a classic one. Now, Dusty, the Instagram post you made right before this with a picture of him holding El Bacco was hilarious.
Yeah. Yep.
That was great.
I don't even know. Is that even a real game?
That's a good question.
That's what I was
Is El
gonna
Bacco a
ask.
real game? I'm gonna Google it.
Sounds like a boring ass game.
It sounds like a complicated
It comes right up on
game.
Google. Is El Bacco? I'm gonna say no. These people. I mean, no, it's not.
Speaking of
game.
Google, Lillian, his the wife from the episode we were talking about where they had Thanksgiving with Arthur at Arthur's house, her name was Lily.
Oh,
Ah.
so it was. You were
wondering-
close. I wonder if that's the same one.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Are we digging deep here, Dusty, or?
Yeah, I had to look it up. We're digging deep. We're digging deep.
All right. Well, back to the show at hand here. Albaco seems like a really long game because it's taken forever. Who finally ends up winning the first game of Albaco, Andrea?
Carrie.
Carrie does. That's right. Absolutely. And Doug's very tired, and she ends up coming upstairs. Bonus question: how did she win?
She's like snuck some pesos in her pocket.
Yeah. However, whatever the rules are, she had she hid some pesos.
I'm up here, aren't I?
Yeah. Bottom line is, they didn't get their time together, and it was a failed night in that sense. So I don't know. You guys, I know it's hard with kids, and you got a lot of dogs to take care of and stuff like that. It's hard to get your time together with whatever it is, right? I know with four kids, it's like forget about it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna let
sometimes.
Dustin's like, yeah, I guess.
I try to make time, but the wife's like, "Oh, I'm too tired. I'm sore."
It's hard. I'm not even talking about anything like that. I'm just talking about just time.
Oh, that's what I was thinking
He
about.
had to take it to that.
You see where my mind is at.
I know, man. Jeez. No, I'm talking about just any time.
Yeah,
I know
it
with
is
my
hard.
Wife, it's like
It is. We're
you know?
lucky though. We have his parents take the kids usually every other weekend.
Every other weekend. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And
Oh,
they
that's cool.
they live like
So we
30
at
minutes
least
away,
get
so which helps out.
Every other weekend.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. That's cool. You
Yep.
guys do date nights
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff like that.
Oh yeah, for
Awesome.
sure.
Awesome.
If I
I
get
wasn't
her
trying
out
to
of the
get
house.
too personal.
Oh shit.
She wasn't trying to get too personal there,
Ah,
Went right
I always
in.
make it
Went
personal.
right for it.
Hey, I don't
Yeah,
even
Dusty's
care.
Oh man, we're gonna have to.
It's coming out of my
mark
mouth.
This one.
That's what she said.
Oh. All right. So Holly ends up coming into the picture here because Doug is over Spence's apartment, and Holly comes over to walk Alan. How does Doug get Arthur to walk with Holly when she ends up coming over?
He tells her that she's writing a paper about World War II
Very good.
and
Very
that she
good.
wants to take a walk and talk about it.
Absolutely. Yep, that's absolutely correct. And how much does Doug pay Holly to walk Arthur per day?
$10?
$10. Very good. He gives her $30 for the first week and says it's $10 per day. Absolutely.
I'm pretty damn impressed right now. To be honest.
She's 7 for 7. She's 7 for
Woohoo.
7, Dusty. You're really kicking butt
Should be
here,
proud.
Andrea. I know I'm proud.
I am so far.
All right, this one might get you.
Uh-oh.
This one might get you. What park do they go to walk?
O'Hara Dog Park, I think? Or O'Hara?
No.
No.
There was
Think
it
of
was
beer.
Yeah, think of a beer. And, it's kind of been in our faces for the last year.
Yeah.
Oh, Corona.
There you go.
Corona Dog Park.
Where did I get O'Hara
Corona
from?
Dog
Yep.
Park.
What the heck?
I don't know. That's O'Hare's a
Who the hell
Chicago airport,
knows?
right, Dusty?
Yeah.
I've been watching
Yeah.
Nurse Jackie. I don't know where I know where I got O'Hara from. That's one of the doctors on that show.
It just
I
came
don't know
into
why
your
I thought
head,
it was the
O'Hare.
Dog park. My mind's all over the place.
No, that was, listen. That one was a tough one. I'll tell you that. Because
Yeah,
all
that
they did
was.
they showed the sign kind of quick. And I said, you know what? That's a good. I thought that would be a good question.
That was.
I'm still proud of you so far.
Listen. You're doing excellent. You're doing excellent. You got a bonus question with the peso.
There we
So
go.
that one kind of gets scratched out.
Mm-hmm.
Holly says to Doug at one point that she has a couple of favorites that she likes to walk. Who are those favorites?
She likes to walk Arthur and Ranger.
Very good. Arthur and Ranger.
Nice. All right.
I think Dusty was doubting you on that one.
I was. I really was. I didn't think you were going to get that one.
Yeah. Dusty, did you looked at these notes, right? Because I shared them with you, so you know.
I have not looked at the notes yet.
Oh, okay.
I've been so busy today. I haven't even looked at the notes yet.
Oh, all right. Cool. So you're. It's almost like you're answering them for the first time too.
Yeah.
All right.
But I
so,
know my answers.
Oh wow, Andrea, he's. You know what? You know what we should do one of these days? We should reverse it and have the guests ask us questions.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
You know. But
That is a really good idea.
we'll save that for another day. All right. What is Carrie doing Arthur's walk time?
Spin class.
Spin class and what else?
Reading.
Reading. Yeah, you're doing great. Reading and exercise, which
Good
is
job.
something Doug wants
Doug
nothing
does
to
not
do with.
partake in those things. What is left for me?
Exactly. They're supposed to be trying to make a baby, and instead she's reading and exercising.
Yeah.
I like
I
the
paid
part
for the
when,
time.
Yeah. All right, so we're almost. We got about 5 more questions, Andrea. You're doing excellent.
Ooh, 15
Ooh.
questions.
We got a bunch this week.
Oh,
Okay.
boy.
Holly kind of quits. Walking Spence's dog Alan. She gives him a number of another dog walker. Who is that person's number? Like, who's the
What was
person's
his
name?
I cannot remember his name. Sorry, baby.
You got it. You got it.
Come on, you got this. You know it's a guy
Yeah,
because you said his name.
it is a guy. Oh. Do I get bonus points if I say what she says, like, after talking
Sure.
about him? She's like,
Sure, yeah.
she's like, I don't know
Go
if you're
ahead. Maybe
gay,
it'll
but if
stir
you
it.
are, he's great. But I cannot
Well, I'll give you
remember
the bonus
guy's
points
name.
for that. It's it was the name of a show on NBC years ago. It's the name of a psycho doll movie.
Chucky?
Chuck, yeah.
Chuck.
We'll
Chuck.
give it to you. Chuck. Chuck. Yeah, but we'll give you the bonus question. So you got that one right. All right. What does Arthur think is happening to Holly?
Oh my gosh, she's falling in love with me.
I thought that was hilarious.
That is
yeah.
pretty
So
hilarious.
I can't walk with her anymore. She's falling for me.
There's what, like a 50-year age difference?
Yeah. He goes, it can't work. There was 50 years in between us. Or can it?
Or can it?
So somebody gets real jealous and runs into Arthur and Holly in the dog park and tells Arthur what's going on. Who is that?
The Spence and Alan.
Spence and Alan. Yep.
That
Absolutely.
part's funny, though. Arthur's sitting there looking around, and he's seeing all the dogs and all that stuff. You got the dog pooping and all that stuff, and he still can't figure out what's going on.
I don't know what you're
Yeah,
getting at.
he's like, yeah, I don't know what you're getting at. And that was so funny because somebody on our poll posted a meme, like this is their favorite meme, and it's the close up, on Arthur's face.
Yes.
Which is hilarious, and it keeps repeating. That's so
Yes.
funny. All right, two more. Arthur comes home after figuring out what's been going on. What does Arthur do with his food?
I love this. He dumps it in a bowl and sets it on the floor.
That's probably my favorite part of the episode is when he does
Yes.
that. You don't want me to eat it up here. You want me to. This is what you want me to do with it.
This is where my food belongs.
And then he comes back and grabs it to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't leave it up. I'm so hungry.
All right, and finally, what happens at the end of the episode, just in general?
So Holly and Arthur meet in the dog park, and Holly offers to walk him and throw him a freebie.
Yep, absolutely. Yep, absolutely. All right, well, that's the end of the trivia, Andrea.
Good job,
You did
baby.
excellent. You
Yay.
did excellent. Are you proud, Dusty?
Yeah, I'm proud. You only missed 2. Good job.
You should be proud.
But I got
You
bonus
should be
Yeah.
proud. But you got bonus points, which knocked out the other 2, so you're good to go. You're good to go. Now we'll move on to our little quotes and ponderings. Just a little fact. I won't call it a fun fact. This is the first episode that aired after the 9/11 attacks, and actually,
Wow.
they took out the the Twin Towers from the beginning of the the beginning credits. So, yeah, that was.
Oh, wow. I've never noticed that.
Yeah. I knew it was, because of the date. I knew it was the first episode
Yeah.
after 9/11. But I read about I didn't realize they had him in. It must be in the way background or something.
Right,
I don't
yeah.
think I didn't really notice that either. That'd be interesting
Yeah,
to go back
wow.
and look at.
So, obviously, this is the first time Holly is introduced in the show, and she becomes, a recurring character, which I think she's hilarious.
I love
Yes.
that.
Oh, yes.
I'd love to get Nicole Sullivan on the show one of these days. Dustin.
Yes, I have been trying tagging her and all that stuff and all of our stuff. I would love for her to be on this show. She is so fun. She was so funny on Mad TV. Loved her on Mad
she's
TV.
hilarious. When she was babysitting, I remember watching one when she was babysitting Stuart. It's just so funny.
Yeah.
What you got? Any favorite quotes or favorite parts of the episode, Andrea?
I think I'm gonna have to go with you on at the end of the episode when he puts his food on the floor, and it's like this is where it belongs because clearly I'm a dog.
Yeah.
It's just so funny because of the way Jerry Stiller does it.
Yeah.
Just his mannerisms when he doesn't just take the bowl and dump it in. He's very forceful and he's very deliberate with his movements and his actions. It's just so funny.
Which
Yeah.
reminds
And,
me too of another part of the episode that I love, and it's the part where what?
No. That's my part. No, don't even
love
share my
that
part.
though.
That's my I was just about to say. I know which one you're gonna say too. That is my part.
Fine.
Now I'm
But I
That's
love
the-
that part too.
That's the part where and it's probably one of my favorite scenes where Arthur is sitting at the table waiting for Holly, and he goes up to the window, looking
Yeah.
out the window like a dog, and he sits at the
Yeah,
table and
yeah.
puts his head down like a dog.
Like,
And then when Holly gets and when Holly gets there, he jumps up really quick like a dog, and then he goes outside and he starts yelling at Holly, telling her that he's ready to go, like a dog would be barking, saying, "Hey, I'm ready to go." So that
yeah,
part was
absolutely.
so
as
funny.
dogs do.
Yes.
As dogs do,
Yes.
yeah, absolutely.
I knew you were gonna use that part.
You guys,
It's so cute
Dusty
though.
was very-
He's so adorable.
yeah, the
Yeah.
way he kind of just goes, like he drops
Yeah.
his head, that was funny. Yeah, and we picked this episode, or Dustin picked this episode, because of your love for animals and your love for dogs and your dog grooming and your dog boarding business and all that.
Oh yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So, when Dustin and I first started dating, I had 2 dogs, and shortly after us dating, we decided to get a pit bull, Sasha, and then I would have all the dogs in the world if I could. I'd have 20 dogs if we had the space, if we had the finances. I would have no problem with it. Obviously, at the time when we were dating, we were living in an apartment. That wasn't feasible, so we found out about dog boarding. So we decided to start doing dog boarding. That way I could have plenty of dogs all the time and get paid for it. Make a little money on the
There you go.
side. So we started doing that in 2016, and we've been doing it ever since. And I love it. I get to meet all kinds of wonderful dogs. We have some great clients, and they become like family. So we really, it's something we really, really enjoy. And we have our 5 dogs, and then, you know, we'll have several other dogs running around at all parts of the day. It's great.
So my question is, do your dogs ever get jealous? Any of your dogs ever get jealous because of like the attention that you would give to the other dogs?
I think my oldest 2 do, because for the longest time it was just the 3 of us. So I think they sometimes see all these dogs running around and they're like, seriously, why are you giving attention to this dog? You're mine. You know, you're my mom. But we've been doing it so long now that I think they're just kind of used to it. And they're really good about, you know, when they want attention, they're really good about getting in my lap and getting the attention that they want, you know, regardless of the other dog. And they're very good, too, about kind of letting other dogs know, this is my house, this is my mom.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Keep your space.
Yep.
Just little dogs letting them know.
Oh, and they think they're big dogs.
Yeah.
Oh, little dogs always do, right?
Oh, yeah.
Little
They think
dogs
they're
are
huge. I've
usually
seen
at the biggest bark.
Oh, yeah. I've seen my 7-pound dog bark a 100-pound dog into a corner before. She thinks she's huge.
Wow. No, that's great. Yeah, that's great. You know, and we've talked about it a couple times on the show, and I think that's awesome what you guys do. That's really cool.
Yeah.
It's good money, too.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure.
It is.
People, you know, people need it, and I know when we go away, we don't, you know, we can't take our dogs, so we end up boarding them, and you know, to have like a family atmosphere, that's great for the dogs.
A lot of people are wanting to do that now. They're not wanting to have their dogs in kennels and pay extra for extra attention and cuddles and walks and stuff like that. So yeah.
Cool. Dusty, favorite part, favorite quote besides the one with when he's acting like a dog.
Oh man, I guess my favorite part is where I mean, I love the Arthur one, but the other one where Carrie comes down getting ready for a spinning class, and they start talking about it. And she said, "I asked you to join me in my book club, blah blah blah." And all that stuff, and then he yells out, "Well, I don't like any of those, so where does that leave me?" And she tosses him the remote and says, "Have fun." I paid for the time. I love that part.
That's a great part, man. That's a great part.
What about you, Steve?
Me? No, I think we already talked about it with the food in the bowl. That was hilarious.
Yeah,
that was hilarious. I also thought, poor Spence, you know, he thinks he's got a shot with Holly, and you know, the couple of times that you know, the first time we meet Holly is at Spence's apartment, and she, you know, he's trying to talk to her, and she's like kind of like, you know, getting pulled by the dog and all that, and that was pretty funny.
Ooh, I got a question for you, baby. This is a bonus question, and if you get it right, I'll give you a foot rub tonight.
Oh.
All right.
All right. So when Holly comes over to Spence's to tell Spence that she can no longer take Alan pees on Spence's rug.
I know where you're going.
What shape? Oh, you probably do have it. No, what shape?
I got it.
Was it in? What?
The state of Florida.
Yep. Good job.
Yeah, very good. Absolutely.
Nice.
Yes.
Get your foot.
Great
rub.
job. Yo, get a foot rub. All right.
Yay.
There you go.
I didn't think you were gonna get that one.
Why? Why don't you have faith in me?
Leave a little faith.
I missed a couple of questions. And
It's just you don't watch the show as much as me.
So Andrea, we always like to ask this: what does King of Queens mean to you, and why do you watch it?
well, it's often on in our house. Often. But it's kind of because I am one of those people. I I have several shows that I watch on a recurring basis, and King of Queens has become one of those. It may not always be my choice, but when it is on, I enjoy it. I laugh. It's kind of comforting to watch. I always enjoy the episodes that I see. I sometimes end up seeing the same episode several times with my husband.
Nothing wrong with that.
Right. Yeah, but I enjoy it. It's a fun show. I love Kevin James. I love Leah Remini, and everybody loves Jerry Stiller. It's just kind of one of those shows it's comforting to watch. You can have it on in the background and kind of, do whatever it is that you need to be doing and come back and get a nice little laugh from it. So it's fun.
All
It's
right.
a fun show.
It's definitely a fun show. Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. And Dusty has has it on a lot
All the time. Constantly.
all the time.
We have
Oh, yeah.
an app on our Fire Stick where you can have certain shows on like 24/7, just on a constant loop. And he loves to have it on the King of Queens channel.
Oh yeah, he's
All day
talked
long.
about that several times.
Oh yeah.
He's,
Oh
he's
yeah.
Love
definitely a plug in
He's
that.
not
We
lying.
should get a sponsorship for that. So that's I mean that's great. It's a fun show. It's I think it's great to rewatch it. I'm having fun rewatching it again, doing this podcast. So, all right, it's time for our ratings and review portion of our podcast. We always start with the IMDb. It had 336 user ratings. It gave it a 7.9 out of 10 stars. Ratings from our Facebook poll. We got a lot again this week, Dusty.
Yes.
Last I looked at it was 69 ratings, but I think you messaged me and it's over 70, right?
Yeah, it's at 71.
71. There you go. 4.5 out of 5 stars, and that equates to a 9.0, which is a pretty damn good rating. Andrew, we always start with our guests.
Okay.
Would you like to rate and review the episode out of 10?
Yes, I would definitely give it at least. I have to agree with Facebook. At least a 9, maybe even like a 9.2. The IMDb rating for me is a little bit low.
It's a
I mean,
little
you've
low.
got
Okay.
dogs, you've got Jerry Stiller, you've got, you've got so many funny parts. You've got the introduction of Holly, who ends up being huge in the show. So I
Yep.
think at least I gotta give it like a 9.2. I think it was a really good episode. Had a lot of really good funny parts. You got Jerry Stiller acting like a dog. I mean, it's just a win-win.
Yeah, and those are all excellent points, and I'm definitely going to piggyback on that for mine.
Yeah.
So a 9.2. That's very, very good. Dusty, how about you, pal?
All right, so this is in my top 5.
Wow.
Is it?
Yep.
Is this a first
Yes.
top 5 for you?
Second top 5 for me.
Okay.
Because this episode is so funny throughout the whole episode. And I also like the fact that they introduce Holly. They reintroduce it because she worked at a baby store the season before, I think, and I guess they loved her so much that they brought her back as a dog walker. And I love the fact that they brought, because she's huge in the rest of the show after they introduced her after this episode.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And of course, I love Nicole Sullivan. She's funny. She's funny in Mad TV. It has Jerry Stiller in it, and he was absolutely hilarious in this episode. The way how he portrayed where it made him look like a dog throughout the whole episode was just funny. Especially towards when he finds out that he was being walked like a dog by Holly, and he starts running, and then you see the
Yes.
dog running,
the other
and
guy
the
chasing
owner
the
chasing the
dog.
dog. Yeah, that part. The way they did that with Arthur was fantastic. So it's definitely top 5 of me. Kevin James was funny in this. Leah Remini was hilarious in this. So my score will be a 9.5 for this.
Wow, 9.5.
Nice.
Yep.
Excellent. On to me. I'm gonna give it an 8.8. I thought it was hilarious. A lot of stuff that both of you guys said, I'm piggybacking on. Big. It was important. Important episode as far as introducing Holly, and it was overall a great episode. Jerry Stiller just killed it in this.
Yep.
I forgot to ask Dusty with the Facebook rating or the Facebook poll. I know we had some comments, but there really wasn't any like earth-shattering comments, right? I mean,
no.
I know one person said it was kind of like ho hum for them, but everyone else seemed to pretty much love it.
Yeah, and like you said, there wasn't any earth-shattering comments on there. But yeah, it seems like everybody loved the episode.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad we're getting a lot of, for us at least, a lot of ratings on it.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Cool.
Yes.
So cool.
Yep.
Andrea, what do you think? We're pretty much near the end. You made it through.
Yay! I'm through the trivia, so I feel so much better now. Once I got through the trivia, I felt like I could relax a little bit.
That was like a weight lifted off your shoulder?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit.
Didn't want to disappoint too much.
No, you did
great.
Good.
Yep.
You can't disappoint Dusty.
That's right.
He loves you. He loves
I don't know.
You.
He's real serious about King of Queens, you guys.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Real serious.
Oh, yeah.
Would you like to plug your businesses?
Sure. If you live in the Stanford area, Stanford, North Carolina, I have a website. It's dogspoiling.com. I'm also on Facebook. I need to update it more. I don't update it enough, but it's facebook.com/petfanaticsstanford. I'm also on Instagram, dog spoiling, boarding, and daycare. I think the dog is dropped there. Also need to update that more, but you can find us on all of those platforms. And if you are in the Stanford area, we'd love to meet you, love to meet your dog, and love to help you out if you're working, need daycare, or going out of town, anything like that. We'd be happy to take care of your dog for you.
Cool. Absolutely. That'd be great.
And it's hard for you to update your social media stuff because she works a very hard full-time job during the day and then also a full-time dog boarding and daycare business too. So it's hard to keep up with.
And then 2 kids,
your social
so we're
media.
busy.
I was going to say, and then she's a mom. Obviously,
Yeah.
That's a full-time job too.
That's a
right.
full-time job, yeah.
Crazy.
So updating Facebook and all that kind of stuff, it kind of takes a back burner, but I got to do better about updating that stuff. At least get some pictures up there so people can see the kind of dogs we have and what they do and what it's like when they're here and that kind of thing.
Cool.
And, your owners know, so she always sends pictures to the owners and all that when they're staying here.
Those
and all
are the
that,
most important ones to update.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. I'm sure word of mouth is very important.
Word of mouth has been huge. I get people all the time. They're like, "Hey, you kept so and so," and it's funny. I'm such a dog person. People will introduce their dog, and then introduce themselves. And I hate to say, I 9 times out of 10 remember the dog's name and the dog before I remember the owner's name. Sorry.
That's funny.
I love dogs.
And she's got a lot of reviews too. She's got like 100 reviews on her website, and
cool.
she's got over like 20 some views reviews on Google, and then on her website. So she gets a lot of reviews.
That's legit, man. Reviews are
yeah.
huge.
Yep.
Oh yeah, people have been awesome. I appreciate the reviews for sure.
That's great. Excellent. All right, Dusty, you want to plug our stuff?
Yes. So TikTok at Do Work Baseball Softball NC. Facebook is at Shuddy Uppy Let's Talk King of Queens, and our Instagram is at Shuddy Uppy Podcast. Follow us, like our stuff.
That was the first time you went through it. Yeah, you were on point with that. First time.
I was on point.
And then
man.
King of Queens podcast at gmail.com. That's our Gmail. Nobody emails me though, so I check it all the time. I always complain about that, Andrea. I'm like, I feel
Justin,
so.
remind me,
so
and while I'm working, I'll shoot you a little email from work.
Yeah, there you go.
So at least you have something to read. You just gotta remind
Everyone
me,
always
baby.
says they're going to email me, and then they never email me. That's okay. I'll make it through. All right. Well, Andrea, thank you very much for coming on the show. Keep up the great work. Keep up the TikToks. We love seeing them, and we get
We will.
You guys get
We'll get
I know you
back
guys
to
get
it.
a lot of positive reviews with that.
Yes.
I know.
Get back
I know the
to
little
it.
Guy.
Oh, shitty.
There you go, Shuddy.
See?
Yeah.
This is what it's like being married to Dustin. You start using King of Queens quotes.
There you go. Hey.
That's right. Oh yeah.
My dad, God rest his soul, would use, I don't know, movie quotes like you wouldn't believe. It was like,
Yeah.
I don't think he had an original line in him toward, for the last 10 years. Jaws quotes, everything.
Oh, that's great.
All right. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much, and we'll talk to you next time.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.